You know what's great about doing an opinion show? You rarely have to do exhaustive research. Sure, you have to do some quick fact-checking now and again to make sure you don't get eviscerated by incisive criticisms on forums hearkening you back to the days of schoolyard antipathy. But beyond that, it's not like if I were writing a piece on the Lusitania or the Third Crusade. Instead, you get to talk about what you know and build a coherent argument around the facts as you have come to know them. One thing I know, as much as anyone can know it, is the continuity of the Legend of Zelda series. I am not the first to extrapolate on this, not by a long shot, but I do believe I have something to add. This is IMIO Episode 13, The Legend of Zelda and the Origin of Species. This is Charles Darwin. You may know him as the father of the theory of evolution. This is not entirely accurate. Darwin was, first and foremost, the developer of the theory of natural selection, which stated that over the course of a species' existence, as their environment changes, or they migrate to a new environment, the species will begin to mutate, and the mutations that best serve the species will continue to be bred into successive generations, aka survival of the fittest. The theory of evolution was, ironically, an intellectual evolution of the theory of natural selection, namely that if over generations a species could mutate, then over millennia perhaps a species could mutate into a different species, i.e. monkey into man. I am legally obligated to present the alternative to this theory. God, made of at least 3 smaller gods, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, wiggled their ethereal nose and BAM! We had the earth, animals, and first 2 people, then when they fucked up we ended up with a bunch. These 2 modes of thought more or less make up the constitution of existential theory in the Western world, and both sides kind of piss the other one off. The element of this quick aside I hope to branch tangentially off of is that there will always be 2 fundamental theories implicit to the creation of any world, magic and science. Enter the Triforce, the overarching broad strokes of what passes for theological theory in the world of Hyrule. The gist is always a modification on 3 powerful goddesses, sacred feminine for the win, descend upon a barren world and create, well, everything. The best illustration of this is in the seminal Ocarina of Time, wherein Link is told the age-old tale of Naryu, Faroor, and Din. Together they give shape, breath, and life to the world of Hyrule before combining their power into a single object known as the Triforce, which rests eternally in the Golden Realm. Sidestepping the issue that the Japanese are basically having fun with the most stringent elements of biblical canon, it is of the utmost importance to note that never in the entire history of the overarching story, so far as it relates to the little guy in green, do we or he ever see these goddesses or indeed any divinity. I'm not saying they don't exist within the world of Hyrule, just as I cannot say God does not exist within our world. It cannot be proven or disproven, but it's worth noting. What else is worth noting is that we're out of time this week. So tune in next week, and we'll dig a little deeper into the scientific explanation for the mysticism within the world of the Triforce. Thank you, and as always, this has been my ignoble opinion.
Link, here come to town, come to save the Princess Zelda. Got it boogered away, now the children don't play, but they will when Link saves the day. Hallelujah! Now Link, fill up your hearts so you can shout your sword with power. And when you're feeling all down, the belly will come around so you
subscribe.
Thank you, Subscribosaur.